One of the skills that is currently very important for all people in 21st first century is critical thinking. Therefore, it is very important to teach students and train their critical thinking skills since elementary school. The question is, does critical thinking have a big impact on education? What makes critical thinking is very important for education? Hi, my name is Yohana and I'm from State University of Surabaya. On this occasion, I would like to tell you about how critical thinking affects education. Thinking is a process where students create and apply their ideas to have a better understanding of how they can improve their thinking. Meanwhile, critical thinking is our ability to think rationally and how we understand the logical connections between ideas. Critical thinking not only represents the ability to think according to the laws of reasons and probability, but also describe that they can apply this ability to real-life problems that cannot be organized by their own. So, why is ability important for us? The first reason is because critical thinking can increase our creativity and curiosity. When students are trained to think critically, they develop an insatiable curiosity for the world around them. Students have a strong curiosity to evaluate, to process information and experiences. Of course, this is very useful for our education, right? And talk about creativity. Critical thinking and creativity are arguably related. The results of Wester et al. In 2018 found a relative autonomy between creativity and critical thinking. And they also found that the variables were only moderately correlated. Students have to boost their critical thinking to generate their ideas, thus enhancing their creativity. All critical thinkers will be able to flow their creative ideas while seeking solutions in a logical and reasoned manner. The other reasons why critical thinking is important is because critical thinking can help you identify an issue and find an effective solution to the problem. As a problem solver, before making reasonable identification to solve problems, skilled critical thinkers will be able to distinguish facts from view and evaluate the subject from all perspectives. As global concerns such as global warming, pollution, and pandemics continue to backward, today's youth, who will be the leaders of tomorrow, are expected to shoulder the burden of finding effective answers. Critical thinkers will come up with solutions that are innovative and useful in the long term. Ladies and gentlemen, if we look at these reasons, critical thinking can have a positive impact on students. As we know, one of the most fundamental goals of education is to produce students who have broad knowledge, who are able to understand ideas, and are expected to innovate for their environment. With critical thinking, students are given the opportunity to recognize and manage their own learning. Students who use critical thinking are able to study subject matter more thoughtfully and effectively, and also they can ask more difficult questions and also can engage more actively in the learning process. Critical thinking skills are often utilized by those who learn them in adulthood. These abilities will most likely impact their lives in the long term. Students who use this talent will have a deeper view of the world and be able to make more important choices in school or maybe in their life. So rather than believing that your own reasoning is sufficient evidence, critical thinking is the ability to evaluate your thinking and provide evidence to support your point of view. By using critical thinking, we can organize information, data, and facts to identify and solve problems. And I believe and I'm sure that you all guys have some critical thinking skills. So let's hone them because critical thinking will be very useful for our education and make our way of thinking more developed. Critical thinking is one of the most important skills that every learner should learn. That's all from me. Thank you for your attention and have a good day.